Hello, everyone, and welcome to this year's Southern California Brain Tumor Walk. Can we just take a minute? Because we did it. We're here. That's so cool. My name is Julia. I'm captain of the Tumor Raiders, and I'm also a volunteer for this year's event. On behalf of the National Brain Tumor Society, thank you so much for being here today. Whether you're listening, watching, or walking along with us, it's because of you and your hard work and your support we're able to move forward the mission of the National Brain Tumor Society. It means so much to so many people, like myself. On August 8th of 2018, I lost my mother to stage 4 glioblastoma brain cancer. Her favorite word was resilience. To be resilient. And I swear I hear that in my sleep. But what better year to demonstrate resilience than 2020? It's because of her I'm here walking with you all today. But before we get to walking, a couple housekeeping items. First, if you're just joining us right now, or if you didn't know, registration is open on our website until the end of the weekend. Which means tell your friends, tell your family, scream into the void that this is a fantastic opportunity, so sign up. Speaking of, all registered participants will receive their t-shirt in the mail in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. And if you're eligible for fundraising prizes, be on the lookout on your email for ways to redeem it. So, without further ado, grab your mask, grab your shoes, and I'm going to hand it off to KIRK Tanner. Happy walking, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Julia. I will be walking later this afternoon. But in the meantime, as the Chief Scientific Officer for the National Brain Tumor Society, I'd like to give you some research updates. But first of all, I want to put out a big thanks to the entire Southern California brain tumor community for your really outstanding efforts. I can't emphasize enough how important your philanthropic support has been and continues to be, and in fact, is even more so in these times. So what I'd like to do is to briefly share with you why this is such an exciting and transformational time in brain tumor research, as we're really beginning to translate the groundbreaking work in understanding the molecular genetics and complex biology over the last decade, and really now advancing new medicines to brain tumor patients. The NBTS Defeat Brain GBM and Defeat Pediatric Brain Tumor programs are really provided excellent foundations for our new funding program, which is called Defeat Brain Tumors, where we take the best of the best and look for new opportunities and advance these to our brain tumor patients. And so what we landed at is to really focus in on 4 therapeutic treatment areas. The first of this is immuno-oncology or immunotherapy. And this is all about igniting a patient's own immune system to attack and kill the brain tumor. And what we're finding is that timing and combinations are really important. Another class are DNA damage repair inhibitors. And I'm super excited about this class. So there's a whole stable of drugs that are either approved for other cancers or are experimental therapeutics or experimental drugs. And the idea here is to marry the right drug with the right target patient population with really intelligent clinical trial design and advance these as efficiently to our patients as possible. A third area is tumor metabolism and metabolic codependencies. And this is all about finding the Achilles heel of the brain tumor through looking at their metabolism and then exploiting that and using the right drugs to treat our patients. And then finally, there's precision medicine, which again is really getting the fine detail, really understanding all the mutations and all the molecular and genetic changes in brain tumor patients, and then matching that to the right drug and evaluating. So I think you can see that really this is a pivotal time as now we're moving these drugs to patients. But there's a huge sense of urgency, and that's why I'm honored and humbled to work with each and every one of you as we can figure out a way to really do this in the most efficient way for our patients. So thank you very much. So now I'm honored to be able to hand this over to a brain tumor survivor, Steve FRALEY. So Steve?
Hi, I'm Steve FRALEY. I'm an 11-year survivor of a malignant oligodendroglioma. And I'm here to say welcome, and I'm here to tell you my story. So in 2009, I was diagnosed with a malignant oligogendraglioma. What happened was I went to see I was symptom free, and I went to see my sleep doctor because I was having some sleep issues. And he told me that they just wanted to have an MRI just to confirm that nothing was pushing around up there, and that it would be no big deal. So I went and got my MRI thinking it would be just an ordinary day. And the doctor took a little bit longer than usual. And he came back and said, you know, we need to talk about something I saw. And he's like, okay, he's like, I saw a lesion. And I was like, what's a lesion? And then that's when I got the bad news that it was actually a low-grade malignant brain tumor. So that was quite the shock, going from having no symptoms to, finding out you have a malignant brain tumor. He told me he didn't have the best bedside manner. So he's like, I'm going to refer you to an oncologist. They're going to give you the 5-year, 10-year survival statistics, and then you'll go from there. So I was like, wow, that's intense. And so I was alone at the time. They brought in, they had me do an EEG to make sure that I wasn't having any seizure activity. And I was just like, well, what is going on? So then I admit I was crying. I felt so alone. But then when I went to UCLA, that's where my doctors are, the UCLA Brain Tumor Center. They really put me at ease. They said, let's talk tumor here. And they gave me, some more information that led me to believe my diagnosis was not quite so dire. And so that gave me the will to fight. So what I'm here to tell you is that having survived a brain tumor for 11 years now is definitely not an easy task. But there are some things that I find help me in my daily struggles. Far and away, the most important thing that I can do is exercising. It doesn't matter what type of exercise you do, just anything that you can do to be active. Me, I do boot camp type workouts, CrossFit type workouts. That's what gets me going. If for you, it may be going on a walk or doing something just to get your heart rate up. That said, I know that with brain tumors, sometimes you can't even exercise. So the other thing that I find helpful is meditation. Again, any type of meditation works. I've tried a bunch of different types of meditation. They all work great. And the best thing about meditation is that you don't have to be active to do it. You can be totally sedentary. You just close your eyes and meditate. And finally, I'm personally a Christian. That gives me comfort knowing that there's a bigger purpose in my life. That said, I know brain tumors don't discriminate by religion, and some of you may not be believers, or you may have different religious beliefs. I just find for me, it's good to have a spiritual component to my life so that, I'm grounded. My daughter, who was a baby when I was diagnosed, is now 11 years old. And now I also have two other kids, a daughter, an 8-year-old daughter, Holland, and a 5-year-old son, Griffin. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. And now I'd like to introduce you to some of my family. This is Logan. She was a baby when I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Well, let's get you on the camera. There you are. Now she's just a happy-go-lucky tween. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is Griffin, my 5-year-old boy. Say hi, Griffin.
Hi.
And this is Holland. She's 9.
Hi.
Oh, say hi.
Say.
Say hi. And this is my loving wife, Lindley.
Hi.
And now I have the honor to pass it over to David Ahrens, CEO of the NBTS, to present the Yukon Family Glass Half Full Award.
Greetings, I'm David Ahrens, CEO of National Brain Tumor Society. On behalf of all of us at NBTS, the board, the staff, everyone, thank you to the Orange County brain tumor community. You've been effective, resilient, caring, loving. You've been awesome this year in the face of this terrible pandemic and the economic and health challenges we've all been facing. We really appreciate you being all in for the brain tumor community. Personally, I was also a friend of our friend, Michael Yutkin, who devoted his life while living with a glioblastoma to helping the entire brain tumor community through advocacy, fundraising, his caring of everyone, and his great sense of humor. He and his wife Corey's team is called Glass Half Full because of the positive way they look at life and the world in the face of a terrible disease like brain cancer. Michael and Corey have been part of the volunteer planning committee. They have been leaders in representing the brain tumor community at important gatherings, including former Vice President Biden's Cancer Moonshot Summit several years ago. And earlier this year, Corey joined NBTS Board of Directors. Thank you, Corey. Today, the Michael Yudkin Glass Half Full Award will be given annually to a participant who encourages, motivates, inspires, and indeed advances the mission of National Brain Tumor Society with the same kind of vigor that Michael did. The recipient of this award will, like Michael, be a standout champion of NBTS's mission. Michael will be forever missed by his family and friends, but we know his light and legacy will continue to shine for years to come. It is with great pleasure to announce that JODY FOHRMAN will be honored with the 2020 Glass Half Full Award. JODY is truly dedicated to our cause and has shown tremendous personal resilience in caring for and today honoring her husband Jeff's life. She motivates others, and through her actions, she is selflessly moving our mission forward as the Yudkin family continues to do. JODY, thank you so much for all you're giving us, all you've done, and all you have yet to do to help us find a cure. JODY, thank you. Really appreciate your leadership.
My name is JODY FOHRMAN, and I am honored to be the 2020 Glass Half Full Award recipient. My daughters and I are passionate about supporting research to improve treatment and eventually find a cure for glioblastomas. My husband Jeff passed away 7 years ago from a GBM. He donated his brain to his neuro-oncologist at UC Irvine to be used in research looking for new and better treatments for GBMs. We continue his mission with our team of Foreman's Fighters by participating in the Southern California Brain Tumor Walk, raising much needed money for the brain tumor community. Thank you to the National Brain Tumor Society.
I'm Rob Correo. I'm a member of the NBTS Board of Directors. I'm a proud member. I live here in Southern California. I'm proud to be part of its brain tumor community. During these unprecedented times, we've come together in new and powerful ways to champion the mission of NBTS and conquer and cure brain tumors once and for all. On behalf of the board, I want to express my gratitude for everyone who's contributed to today's program, all the team captains, the participants, the volunteers, the committee members, everyone who has made this year's virtual walk possible. I also want to thank our generous sponsors. Without you, this would not be possible. Thank you for helping us advance our urgent mission. We're so grateful to partner with you on this important work. And I'd like to say, if you are here to honor or remember someone and you want to participate, stand by. We're going to be returning in just a few minutes for a brief remembrance ceremony. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next year.
Good morning. My name is Holly Gainsborough, and I come to you not only as a grief educator and grief support practitioner. I come to you as someone who has also experienced a painful loss of a loved one from a brain tumor. I've been involved with NBTS for several years, chairing and co-chairing events on the East Coast. So I'm really thankful to be a part of the Southern California Brain Tumor Walk. I want to thank Jen and the NBTS staff, the Southern California Brain Tumor Walk Committee, for putting together and creating this beautiful morning, this meaningful and memorable and powerful virtual event. I know we all wish we could be together live and in person as we have in past years. Unfortunately, with this pandemic, that's just impossible. I do hope that you have felt a sense of connection and community by participating and watching this morning. I'm honored to be a leader of this remembrance ceremony. I'm honored to be with you in this space. And wow, there was so much joy and so much hope and so much positive, upbeat energy in this event today. For those of us who have lost a loved one to a brain tumor, there's some grief. There are some grief bursts, grief triggers. There is some pain because those we are missing are not here to participate. And it's a reminder of what we have lost. In February 2009, my late husband, Stephen Gainsboro, was diagnosed with GBM. And in December of 2010, 12/11/10, Stephen's battle ended. And I'm really mindful in saying that his battle ended rather than that he lost his battle. For me, that would negate the fight. That would negate our fight together. Him as a patient, me as a caregiver, and our children. And negates the fight of your loved ones as well, and for you as their caregivers. So as we honor them and their memory, I want you to hold space for yourself in your grief today and on other days. It doesn't matter how long someone's gone, 10 years, 20 years, a week. The pain is there, the pain is real, and we need to be gentle with ourselves as we experience that pain and we experience that grief because our relationships are so deep and so loving. I want to light a candle in memory of our loved ones. And I hold this candle up as a reminder and as a significance of who our loved ones were, who they are to us still. That the light that shines is still shining, right? Their light can never be extinguished. Their light shines in us and around us, just like our love can never be extinguished. Who they are and what they mean to us will never be extinguished. So this light signifies that, signifies the relationship and the light within. I'm going to read a poem, and you can read along because the poem will be scrolling on the screen. Feel free to type in your loved one's name and sharing with us who you are remembering today, whose memory you're honoring. And after the poem is read, there'll be a moment of silence for you to sit and be still. Maybe speaking your loved one's name out loud or inside your mind and just being. I thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for inviting me in to your grief and into this day. And now we begin. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Taking a moment with love and light and comfort.